his Icebreaker speech. He is a chef. And I asked him, why did you join Toastmasters? And he actually said because he wanted to get better at speaking before people. He's actually given a 30-minute speech before, and he told me he wasn't as nervous as he is giving this 5-minute speech. So I need for you to make him super welcome, our Snap Master, Terry.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. As a child, I never remembered hearing my mother ever tell me that she loved me. Now, I knew that she loved me, but I don't ever remember hearing those words, I love you. Can anyone remember a specific time that their mother ever told them that they loved them as a child? Anyone?
Yep.
Lucky you. Now, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. My mother had 5 children. 2 of them are no longer with us. That was my older brother, myself. I was the middle child. My brother was 3 years older than me. And then my baby sister, or my little sister. Now, I still call her my baby sister or my little sister, even though we're 11 months apart. So we grew up together. And then at a certain point in time, we're the exact same age, for at least about a month or so. Now, my family was considered small, but my mother's 9 brothers and sisters made up for all of that. At one point in time, my family was so big that the city of New Albany, Indiana, donated a park to my family just so we could have our family reunion.
Wow.
That includes aunts, uncles, cousins, people we call cousins, and in-laws. That's how big our family was. So, there was plenty of people in my family. There was plenty of love floating around because whenever any of the men in our family would speak to the women in our family, we would always give them a hug and kiss them on the cheek. So the love was there. It's just that we never used the words, I love you. I never heard it my entire life. Or I don't remember hearing it, that I love you. So as a child and as a teenager, I grew up with that belief. Or at least I never really thought too much about it until my mid-20s and my late 20s, going into my 30s. And I remember in relationships, women used to tell me, my old girlfriends would tell me that you're great at expressing how much you love and showing how much you love, but you're horrible at saying it. That's because I developed a belief that love is something that will come eventually and over time. So, and it would take at least 1 year to know that person enough to say I love you. And 2 years just to even get to know who that person truly is. And I truly, honestly believe that until a friend of mine introduced me to this DVD called The Secret. And he told me, he said, and then this guy I'm speaking about, he's probably the smartest guy I've ever met. He's an herbalist, a nutritionist. He's like the Renaissance man. He's that guy that everybody needs in their crew. He was that guy, and he was that guy for me. So he told me, he said, 95% of people never really invest in themselves. And 95% of people that if you show this to them, they won't get it. Only maybe 5% of people would actually get it and understand it. So when you watch this, keep an open mind to it. Because he got tired of me complaining about all the failed relationships that I had. He knew what the common denominator was. He just wanted me to figure it out for myself. And after I watched it, for those of you that have seen it or read the books, you know that this is life transformational. I watched it and I was blown away. I have never watched one movie 5 times or 6 times in a row, but I watched The Secret 5 times in a row. And I remember it because it was daytime when it started. So, it was, I had this belief for years and for decades. And then once I realized that I was the common denominator, that I was my own worst enemy, I was my own worst critic. Now there's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. So I took that belief with me, and I took this and I looked in every facet, every area of my life of where love never showed up. So I started taking jobs, I started taking opportunities, relationships, everything. I lead with love now. I tell my girlfriend I love her every day. I tell my mom that I love her every day. I tell my friends that I love them every day. I wake up every day and tell myself that I love me. Only because I'm trying to instill this belief in my mind that love is abundant and love is around me and that love is going to come to me. I never knew that I needed to hear those words, I love you, until I watched The Secret, and it helped me change my belief